and thank you for joining us on After GMS. Today is Monday, July 19th. I'm Tracy McCain here with Megan Malaris and Ed Matthews. You've found a way to get dry.
Yeah, come indoors.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the umbrella is taking a break right now, but if you were outside, it might be a different story. It has rained nonstop this morning, Ed.
Yeah,
It really has. We've had some pretty hefty downpours in parts of the Piedmont this morning, and certainly in the Weather Garden. Take a look at these rather impressive rainfall totals. This is just for today, since midnight. Smith Reynolds Airport, look at this. 1.13 inches of rain, over 1/2 of an inch in Greensboro, 0.64. Not so much in Reidsville, although we'll show you some heavy downpours in Rockingham County coming up in just a minute. About 1/4 of an inch of rain so far in Burlington and also Siler City. 0.33 over at Asheboro, and only 1/10 of an inch of rain at Wilkesboro, and Mount Airy checking in with about 1/4 of an inch of rain, again since midnight. Now you see what I'm talking about? Reidsville and Rockingham County getting some heavy downpours now, and they extend on up into southern Virginia near the Martinsville area and southward into northern areas of Guilford County. There's no severe weather here, not even any thunder and lightning. These are pockets of heavier downpours, but at least the rain elements are moving. So although we'll get some heavy downpours that could lead to some pockets of some flash flooding, so far there are no warnings for flooding or anything like that. But I'm keeping an eye specifically on Rockingham County because you guys got some heavy downpours on Saturday. So if a warning were issued within the next hour or so, of course, I'll get that information out to you. Now, a bit of good news, west of the immediate triad, the precipitation is generally light, and we kind of zoom in on the western part of the state over the mountains and foothills. It's not ending, but there's not a lot on radar. And I'll tell you what, gang, I'm pretty happy about that. So I think the heaviest rain for the next hour or two, and then I think we'll see more of a kind of off and on spotty light rain situation. The only caution is that if we were to happen to get a pop-up storm this afternoon, that could lead to some heavy downpours. But with cooler temperatures and a cloud cover today, I think it's going to be really, really difficult to get any thunderstorms across the area. We'll just see off and on scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, and the clouds and rain keeping a real lid on the temperatures, only into the mid and upper 70s today. A few spotty showers tonight, 67 for the low. Everybody ready for some drier weather? We needed the rain, but hey, let's turn off the faucet for a few days. Although there's a chance of an isolated shower or storm tomorrow, low chance an 81, and then generally a hot and dry weather pattern for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But we get more sunshine in, and that means we're going to crank the heat back up. We're looking at highs through that period around 90. What about the weekend? Early call. Just a pop-up shower or storm in the afternoon. Pretty typical for July with highs Saturday and Sunday. Pretty close to that 90-degree mark.
Well, right now it is prime vacation season, and this year more than ever, you are probably itching to go somewhere, anywhere, to reconnect with family and perhaps with nature. How about an all-expenses-paid trip to go camping? We'll explain in a moment. First, we want to know, where do you like to camp? Go ahead and drop your responses. Already seeing a few pop in here on our feed. Okay, so Sleepjunkie.com, a company that studies sleep patterns, is offering $1,500 for you and your family to stay 3 nights at whichever camping site you want. That sounds pretty desirable if you enjoy this kind of thing. So which campsite would you choose? Do you have a favorite? Maybe camping is not your go-to activity. And let us know why. Drop a comment below while we talk about it. I mentioned here in the feed, I am an avid hiker. We love to go explore the trails here around the Triad and of course in the Blowing Rock area, which is special to us as well. But I like to come home at the end of the day and sleep inside without the mosquitoes. you know, in the comfort of my own bed.
Yes.
But my husband's been camping plenty of times and loves the great outdoors, so this is something that he enjoys doing. I know your answer, I think.
No, you definitely know it.
Camping in the living room?
Yeah, or my bedroom, anywhere in a house. I'll go camping in a hotel. This really started when I was young, right? When I was a part of Girl Scouts, and you know, all my fellow scouts were out there and they were having fun by the campfire, and I just kept getting bit. And I just didn't like it. And I was like, I'm gonna go inside, you know? And then I hung out with the moms, hung out with my mom, and like I did all like the cooking, and like I volunteered to make breakfast in the morning because as long as I was inside, I was happy.
That is so funny. And I know you love getting outside on the bicycle, but do you like camping?
I love the outdoors. Growing up, my family did a tremendous amount of camping at White Lake, which is down in Bladen County near Elizabethtown in southeastern North Carolina, just on the other side of the Fayetteville area. Now, we didn't camp in a tent. We had what I would call luxury accommodations. We had a pull-along camper that we took, and quite often my mom was a school teacher and she had the summer off, and so when me and my sister got out of school for the summer, we would practically go down there and live, and then my dad would come and visit on the weekend. So I loved it. It's a beautiful area. A lot of people from this area camp or visit White Lake. It's just a beautiful area, and it's a really safe lake as well. It has kind of white sand, and we had some good times there.
Yeah, I definitely heard about White Lake over the years being here. Well, we're getting a few comments to our feed. James says, like you, Tracy, his favorite camping spot is here in his house.
Love it.
Yeah, more indoor kind of guy, I guess. Bobby said, I haven't been camping since I was in the Boy Scouts. LOL. We heard from Brian, who said Wilkes County and Boone are his favorite camp spots. I think someone else said Boone. Yes, Alex prefers to camp in Boone. And I think some more comments are starting to come in here. Essentially, it's kind of split. You either like camping or you don't. Mary said Stone Mountain, Cave Mountain in Virginia. Alex also again said Boone. And then Cherie said camping in her Girl Scout days.
And then Kranika Moore said, that's me, I hate bugs. She was talking about my bug story with the Girl Scouts. She said, it is the indoor glamping for me. Let's glamp away.
Oh my. Michael said New River Campground in Independence, Virginia. And then Sherry said her mom lives near Morrow Mountain at the campsite. It's a beautiful place.
Love it. Well, a lot of great options. Should we ever decide to take a News 2 camping trip? If I did, it would literally have to be a one night, maybe even just a 6-hour stay.
Yeah.
I think that's how long I could do it.
We'll borrow Ed's childhood camper so we can stay inside at least.
Yeah, luxurious accommodations. I mean, we had a TV, you know, a little kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
It's one of those two-wheel pull-alongs that was about, I think, 25, 27 feet long. So it was a nice house on wheels.
Yeah, that was glamping before it was called glamping.
Yeah. I was just, inside all the time.
All right, we have another fun conversation coming up in just a moment about our wet weather this weekend and what you did and what your plans are for this rainy day today. But first, we do have some headlines to get to, and we had a lot of news coming into our information center this morning. High Point Police gave the all clear at the Palladium Cinemas after finding no evidence of an active shooter. This came after several reports of gunfire near Salmon Drive just after 10 last night. Police say when officers got to the scene, they quickly determined this was not an active shooter situation. Investigators say a gun went off and damaged 2 vehicles in the parking lot, but thankfully they found no one hurt, and they are still looking into what happened. Businesses nearby went into lockdown for about 30 minutes until they got the all clear and that it was safe to reopen. Winston-Salem police are investigating who shot a man while he was walking down the street. This happened just after 11 last night on Hunting Green Lane near Robin Hood Road. Investigators say Victor Gonzalez was walking home when 2 men in a white Dodge Durango approached him and asked for his address. Gonzalez continued walking and said that's when the men fired 2 shots at him and left the scene. Gonzalez went to the hospital where he was treated for a non-life-threatening injury to his leg.
Right now, police are trying to find the suspect in an early morning shooting in Greensboro. Police say a driver was shot in the area of East Market Street and Highway 29. They say he didn't realize it at first, but then called for help. Police looked at the man's vehicle and determined his story checked out. So right now, they are looking for a suspect. Today is the deadline to request school bus transportation for students in Guilford County schools. If your student is new to the district, your address changed, or they did not ride the bus last year, you need to fill out a form. Today is the deadline to submit your transportation request, and all of those forms are located on the district's website. All right, we're going to jump into our next conversation. Maybe we should say swim through because of all the rain we've gotten over the last few days. But heavy rain, thunder, lightning, powerful winds. We really saw it all this weekend, and the rain continues this morning. So our next conversation is all about what you did during the storms. Did you get caught in any? Maybe you hunkered down at home. While you let us know in the comments, here's some of the responses that came in via text message. We had a viewer say, "What rain? Just a few drops at my house." Yolanda said, "My son got married Saturday. It was a beautiful wedding. We were all so thankful the rain held off until the reception was over." That's awesome. Bob from High Point visited Pilot Mountain over the weekend. This picture was snapped midday yesterday. And another viewer said, "We set up and hosted a family yard sale until 2, then napped and watched movies as the rain fell." We had one more comment here. "Saturday, I worked in my flower garden after picking about a handful of green beans. The wind and rain came, no green beans for Sunday dinner. I watched the movie Uncle Drew on Saturday and Sunday evening." Pretty neat.
Yeah. What'd you all do this weekend?
So we had plans to be outside. You know, my son has a red Jeep that he drives. My daughter has a Barbie convertible, and they literally go around and around and around, and that tires them out. But we also recently got them a little jump house, a little inflatable situation. So we blow it up at home, jump right in, and they tire out. But those plans didn't happen because as soon as we blew the inflatable jumpy house up, it started to like thunder, and we're like, this doesn't sound good. So we deflated it quickly and then went inside and ended up watching Aladdin.
Okay, so that was a good compromise. No bouncy house, but watch Aladdin.
Exactly.
So it was nice most of the day on Saturday. It was even hot. I took my son to the park with a little friend and her mom, and it was a lot of fun. But then we were on our way to a wedding later in the day, and as we were driving there, we saw the clouds overhead. We checked the radar. We were like, uh-oh. So we got to the venue, we sat down. Right before the ceremony, the lights flickered off, and then they came back on. Everything was good. They got the music back on. Right before the ceremony, the bride went down the aisle. She was beautiful. When the couple was saying their vows, there was a huge clap of thunder. And the pastor made light of the situation, and he said, you know, that's just God giving his approval, that this is a beautiful, happy union and a marriage that's going to last, and so it's good luck. And all in all, everybody was happy, and it was a wonderful evening.
They do say that rain brings good favor to your marriage. I was married on a rainy day. Look at that.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, I remember that.
I know you do, Ed
Tracy,
Matthews.
I didn't want it to be a washout day. I don't think it was a total washout,
No.
but yeah, it was a little wet.
It was. And I remember all week I was like really pressuring you, Ed.
Yes, you were. You were. You really were.
You handled me with grace, and I appreciate that. You know not to disappoint a bride.
Definitely not. And never, ever disappoint Tracy McCain.
Oh, wow.
That's for sure. Well, my weekend is Friday and Saturday, so I try to go home and visit my mom and do some chores for her every other week. So it was my week to head down to Sanford. She didn't have a lot of work for me to do, but man, she was ready to get out of the house and go around town. So, we went to 2 or 3 supermarkets. We went to Rose's and did some shopping. We went everywhere. That lady wears me out. She can go at 84, and at 62, I'm exhausted after spending a day with her. So I came back home Saturday around lunchtime and just kind of chilled out for the rest of the day. And then, of course, I worked on Sunday. watched the radar to make sure we didn't have any severe storms or some flash flooding, and also did some house cleaning. I really did a major condo cleaning on Sunday, so I'm so grateful that I've got that behind me.
Yeah. Well, you did a great thing, a great service to yourself and to Rio by cleaning on a rainy day. I mean, it's one of my favorite activities. You know, I love to clean anyway, so I got to do that a lot, you know, over the weekend, and now everything is nice the way I like it.
Yes.
We'll see how long that lasts, though. I'm sure the kids will have to stay home today because it's rainy out. So.
I know. Yeah,
It'll be a mess by the time I get home.
Yeah, Heather got caught in it on Saturday at Costco, so then she spent the day with her fiance, waited till the storms were done, and then they went out to dinner. Sherry watched her garden grow, lots of tomatoes on the vine. I have a lot of tomatoes on our vine too, but they have not turned red yet, so we are waiting for the day we don't have to buy tomatoes and can stock up with the ones that are growing outside of our house. Let's see, we heard a few more comments. Our Brian just is upset he couldn't cut his grass this weekend. Yeah, that's growing pretty rapidly with all the rain we've had lately.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, your plans, I mean, we knew there was a chance of some pop-up storms, so it wasn't all of a surprise.
No.
Just kind of that initial clap of thunder kind of like, you know, got me on guard. I'm like, oh, I think these are going to be bad storms, you know. And they were, and they lasted for quite a while. So luckily we didn't lose power or anything. I was really thankful about that.
Yeah.
But a lot of you, you know, were impacted. It's so funny, Ed, someone responded, Ed is a country boy. Me too, Roses.
Yeah,
So-
Rose's Dime Store, man.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't know that there was one in Sanford. Mom says, I want to go to Rose's. And the thing about Mom, she loves all those stores. She'll just go in there and just look for hours. And I find a seat at the front door, and I sit and I say, well, come and get me when you're ready to go. I'm a very patient son.
You are.
But I thank God that she is healthy enough to be able to get out, because that's not always been the case in recent years. So really, I'm very happy and very thankful.
You just got to keep up.
Yeah, that's not easy for me.
We prayed her back to health, and now you got to keep up.
Yeah, I always joke with my mom. It's like, Mom, I'm going to go back to Greensboro and go back to work so I can rest a little bit.
Yeah. She keeps you young, Ed, I
She
think.
does. She does. She keeps me on my toes for sure.
Fantastic. Well, we appreciate you guys weighing in about your weekends and how you spent the weekend. Cherie or Sharia, I know you've told me this before, but then after the baby and I went out, I just can't remember. I can't remember anything. I can't even remember, like, today. Right.
I think she's told it. I think it's Sheree. I'm going to guess. I'm pretty sure she's.
Will you let us know?
Yes, let us know.
Last time, I promise I'm going to ask
Okay.
you. She said she celebrated her 34th anniversary with her husband.
Wow, congratulations.
34 years. That's amazing. And then we heard from someone who got married on Friday. Let me find her name. Antasia Meadows. Yes, congratulations. That was pretty awesome. I don't think we got a lot of rain, so you probably had a nice hot day on hand. And then Dana said she watched Netflix and searched for houses online. Are you buying a house, Dana? Oh.
We find out so many things about people on After GMS.
We have a house just went, that was what we did on Sunday. A house went on the market in my neighborhood Sunday.
Yeah.
So like all of like the moms in our group chat were like, did you see? What did you, how much is it?
Oh.
I know, we have some private eyes in our chat group.
Okay.
I was just looking, I was just listening.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get in the middle of that.
Oh, and Cherie got back to us. Cherie.
Cherie.
Okay,
Thank
you, Cherie. You are a regular. We want to make sure we are saying your name correctly when we share these comments. Okay, you were right.
I did, but you never know.
Okay. All right, let's get a final check of our forecast, Ed. We saw a comment from our Brian who said it feels so humid. It's like back when he was stationed in Honduras. He said it feels so muggy outside.
There you go. It feels like Honduras, no doubt. Yeah, dew points are around 70. Now, we're going to be in the mid and upper 70s today, but you won't notice anything cooler because of the high humidity and the very sticky conditions. Let's start out with radar just to show you still some heavy rain, Southside Virginia, Patrick and Henry County, Virginia, and also over just to the west of Danville in Pennsylvania County. Also some heavy downpours south of Reedsville and just north of the city of Greensboro. I tell you, Guilford County and Forsyth County have really gotten a good bit of rain this morning, and now some of that moving into Caswell and into Alamance County as well. This is the only heavier rain that we're seeing across the area this morning. You go well towards Winston-Salem and on to the west, the rain elements don't taper off, but they're much, much lighter. I tell you what, I'm encouraged by this over the mountains and foothills. I still think we'll see some spotty showers midday and on through the afternoon and even into the overnight period. But the heaviest rain has been this morning, and the trend will be for that to head on down into eastern North Carolina as we head through the day. We're looking at mid and upper 70s today. We'll call it scattered showers. That storm chance really low because of the clouds and the somewhat cooler temperatures. So no worries about any severe weather today. And then tonight, a few showers in 67. That little front that's draped right over us today will move south and east of the Triad by tomorrow, and we start a drying out process. There could still be a pop-up shower with some extra clouds on Tuesday and 81, but we got more sunshine coming back Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That'll drive high temperatures back pretty close to 90. The weekend right now looking pretty typical. Few pop-up afternoon storms, and highs Saturday and Sunday pretty close to that 90-degree mark.
Wow, Alex Purdue said we need a flood warning in Asheboro right now. Oh, excuse me, for downpours in Greensboro. I don't know where I got Asheboro from. I think
I'm keeping an eye on things. So far, there have been no warnings or anything like that. If one's issued, of course, we'll get that information on the air. But so far, no warnings for flooding. But having said that, if you're going to be driving over the next several hours, there's definitely some ponding water on the streets and highways. You got to take it easy and be careful. We want you to get to your destination this morning safely.
What is it? Turn around.
Don't drown. That's it.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Takes just 6 inches of water to sweep a car away.
Life-saving advice. All right, thanks so much for joining us on After GMS. We've done it all, haven't we? Some headlines, lots of weather, and some great conversations. And we hope you join us back here tomorrow for more of the same.
Get out there and get to it. Have a wonderful Monday.